hours later.
Let me give you 2 hours to your service. But this was Friday.
Yeah. About to help, about to help. I don't have to make the sandwich he was willing to pay for it. A little bit too much front brake. It causes instability. It's small it's the small things that make it. It's the small things that burn out. It's just it's yeah. Take that off to put that up here. So you can hear the slow acceleration. So why is it losing traction? You can hear it. pulled out of it, but then it dropped back into it. And that's what I was like, gave it a little throttle and pulled out. Okay, when I set the trajectory, like, nah. And that's when this preload comes in, because that's the drop space right there. And so I'm gonna shorten that drop space so that's less likely to happen. It won't drop that much. It'll drop by this much now. So now I know where my tires are, where my suspension is gonna move and put on that preload. Also, brake space is in this process under the brakes. It shortens that. And so, squeezing too much front brake because I just short. Sees reality from the chaos of the speed freeze. And get the brakes and you freeze like that. But I also took my hand off the control. I guess further down I pull to hit the throttle, the further up I have to push to rest the vehicle. And that's the dawn. It's two different places. For me, it's the way I put it. The rear brake on the It's not this complicated. But making it this complicated for the controls allows me to make it this. Because you can see right there on the front right here, you see I'm pressing the front brake, so that blue line moves all the way to the front. Now it's sitting in the middle. Right under the gear, you can see the weight transfer. Kind of moves to the back when I hit the throttle. So I'm literally watching that, and it doesn't make sense why it's losing stability when I'm giving it gentle throttle, gentle throttle, gentle throttle. It's kind of why I like this game, because it gives you all that feedback. I say kind of because there's a number of reasons why I like this game, so it can't be the full. So it's kind of. That's for the stony ones. That's probably the easiest corner on this track to do it. It's the weight transfer. This is. Oh my dear. That's fake as hell. I just want to show you something. So I'm pressing the rear brake. It showed that I was pressing the front brake though, which was nice. The way that it went down wasn't as if it was a front brake issue. But so I'm pressing the rear brake too. I usually press both of them. It's sort of like it's the claw. You literally can't press the other one without pressing it. By the design of your hand, when squeezing the front brake, you automatically get the leverage to press the vehicle. You press the clutch, it gives the resistance needed to give that precision control on the gas. I was just barely holding it open. It only takes $1 million, and you get a lifetime pass for $1 million for the rest of your life. And then I just need everybody, and that's it. Got lifetime passes. That's all I do. I got the trailer, I got the tool. It's not just everything. See, that'd just be a small little fender bender right there, just a few cosmetic scratches. I'm not too worried about cosmetics. Survival. And I'm at least proud that I was able to get the wobble around to the turn before any of that happened. So at least didn't hit. Might have to try a new track and come back to this just to refresh. So feel this. Yeah, feel it. Actually, I was in second gear, but I only leaned a little bit. But it actually lost traction. You could hear it blip in the throttle, or not the throttle, but like the back tire. You could hear the speed like rev because it lost traction. But how did it lose traction in second? Yeah. That's that. Okay, that's kind of funny. I respect it. I respect it. I knew that joke was coming out. Gosh, don't. So like it literally doesn't lean anymore. After that, it's just front, right, back, front, back, back. We'll leave it as that. We'll leave it as that. Back, back, front, I'll use it. That's how I'm gonna teach it. That's how I'm gonna teach it. Front, break, back, front, break, back, break. And once you see it exit, they did. Yeah, that's kind of. Ooh, this time. Alright, I'm gonna try a new track. Casual time. Let's get my casual time, so my beginning time. Since then, I done shaved off one. Fast enough to get 6 minutes 57 seconds. I was literally pushing the safety of the track, the traction control. Well, I didn't even have traction control turned on. So if I turn traction control on, I could probably go a lot faster because the bike will be taking care of traction. I might try it because they also at the same time I'll be more precise with the control because I'm thinking of the traction on a deeper level than what the bike is. It's 49 seconds. I probably really need it. See, I'm fully on the front brake. It just wasn't stopping. Now I gave more stop and response. See, this is not, it's not been like literally like. But I'm glad I'm live, and I'm glad this game gives feedback because especially because I downshifted at proper speeds. You can hear that because it whistles at a certain point. In the new game, they made it whistle every time you let off the gas, but it doesn't do that. It actually has a whistle as an overflow point. That's why I like when I hear the whistle, because it means I did a perfect downshift. It's a reward center. Build the bond with the bike. It has a reward system. It's the whistle. I guess also modern both they like the ground. Sorry, boy. Have a good day. You. I don't know, man. Can't really change the brake pressure, so that's the one thing you can't change. In the Solar Crown game, you can, but they don't got motorcycles. I said they were gonna add motorcycles, and the same. I think that KT Racing helped make this. Also made that. They also worked on that, so they are also gonna add the physics from this into that. You know, that'd be much appreciated. Like technicalities, the shifting and all that into the solar, and then add the lights. Yeah. Yeah, but the likelihood is low. And also, for a second gear, I didn't even press the brakes. I literally just downshift and press the brakes a little bit. So what's the difference between me holding the brakes and downshifting versus me not pressing the brakes, just downshifting and then just pressing the brakes? There shouldn't be a difference. I feel like it's something else going on. I don't know. Because when you play these kind of games, you notice the small things. And you notice the small things, start to notice small things. Etch a sketch. Shake it up. Just etch a sketch. Get rid of the thought. Excuse me, boys. That hit was smooth. I hate that hit smooth as hell. oil damn near full. So weight transfer should be immaculate. Right. The lean angles should be there. That literally just hitting the brake. I'm surprised he went. This does not make any sense. So that's the full front brake. So the rear brake is pulling the bike out. The front brake is stopping it. So it's literally slowing down the acceleration and the lead brake is stopping it. That's literally 95% of the brake power right there. You can see it on the screen. You can see the acceleration and then the brake power. That's your front brake, about 60% of it. And that little last 40% is your rear brake. And so I'm pressing about that much brake, like. In the low gauges. The low gears is where all the power is, but the low gears is also where all the traction is. But it shouldn't be getting less stable in the low gear. Could have hit the rear brake and straightened it out, but it was gotta do it on its own. So I just let it do it on its own. I think the number of things, like a downshift. It's again, the lower the gear, the higher the torque. So you downshift and just straighten it out. Or press the rear brake, straighten it out. Or assess the situation if you have time to. And sometimes the bike will just straighten itself. That is the line to get straight through there too, though. You hit that turn, drop back a little bit, and then you get straight to this line. Pretty fast. That's just at first gear, only using my front brake. I can still slow down before I even get to that turn. These are only the front brake. Only the front brake. Yeah, that's like 60% of my braking power. It don't be slowing down. That don't make sense to me. I just showed you. ABS turned off. So it was all brake control. We had no idea that we slowing down. All that bullshit turned off. That bullshit around here. Bullshit at home. Thank you, yeah, he's seen it. You know, like I'm not. Alright, hold on. I have to measure the distance. It's like I just rewind and measure the distance for all the about from that fence to here. Oh, I don't want to go there. That's not that far. Now, I get it, right? The only time I'm not slowing down in the proper gear is when it red lines. Once it's not in the red zone, I'm in the proper gear of whatever number is on. So if I slow down to second gear, I'm in second gear. Once I get to first gear, I'm within first gear. But the RPMs may say that it's more than what it is, or less than what it is because I'm hitting the brakes. So that's why you give a little bit of throttle while you're pressing the brakes, then press the brakes more. And that drops the RPMs way down. It's like, yeah, really, you gotta be about the real finish. Like, you have to go. Oh, smooth little slide. It's this corner, and then there's that other corner. And this one is before that one. But they look the same. They look the same. I look at that corner, I'm like, oh, it's that other corner. They're like, no, it's not that corner. You already did that corner. It's the end of the track. It looks like that. I like that too. It comes with a feeling of relief when the wobbles show up, and then you actually like soothe it out. And it's like, this is literally the only bike that I purchased in this entire game. All the rest of them was free. The only bike I actually purchased was this. That has been saving up every coin that I earned after that. I mean, almost I'm at $500,000 or almost $500,000. And I did that same thing on the new game, but the new game I didn't play campaign, so I got $500,000 on this one. In the new game, it forces you to play campaign, and that one I saved up so much it was insane. I saved up like $3 million. It's because it forces you to play the campaign in order to unlock the extra. So if I wanted to unlock the extra, I had to play the campaign. And so in doing that, excuse me guys, I saved up $3 million just to buy a $50,000 bike. So, what do we do with the rest of it? Make a ministry. Fasten bike and then make them on this track. That's my goal. Yeah, bro. I've been out here for 3 hours. This is only the first half, bro. It's an endurance, bro. It only takes 3 hours if you go that fast. The slower you go, the longer it takes. And the only way off the track is the same way you got on the track. You have to finish, or don't start it off. Like marriage. I'm married to the bike. it start shaking like that? See? I'm in first gear. I pressed the brakes and it started shaking. Like, what the? Nigga, slow it down. What the fuck? Yeah, a little bit later there. Come on. Season 1. Arrivederci. Enchanté, officer. Yeah, that feels like one that'll land you a handcuffs. It's like, that dirt makes sense. But yeah, if I was to go full first gear and then only hold the rear brake, it takes me way longer to slow down. I'm looking on the screen right there. looking at the screen a little bit too much right there. That's what's why I like streaming this game. All the information is right there on the screen. That's what for like experienced writers. They can tell exactly what I feel, even if without sound. They can literally look at it. That's relevant. That's how much time is. That's how much break you can. I get more break. I think it's kind of cool. And you can also tell that that's just not slowing down the way it should be slowing down. I get it. They don't want to encourage speed. They discourage speed, which is kind of oxymoronic of a racing game. But I get it because not everyone treats racing games as their racing games. So I go, nah, I'm gonna try to do it real high. And I get it. But like the people who like actually like the mechanics of a good racing game. Why? I don't know. I'm thinking of all this other shit that's going on. It's like, it's slow. I'm hitting the brakes for a reason. Like, no, bro, you have to go slow. Like, no, bro, I have brakes for a reason. You can only go so fast. Oh no. That is literally how they set NOLA records. It is because they can go fast. I ain't go fast. I'm being restricted. I feel like I'm being restricted. First, in the second game, the bike is put behind a wall where you have to go play the story mode in order to unlock the bike. Then once you unlock the bike doesn't even go as far. You can't even upgrade it. Seriously, I'm not gonna dig into it. Except for like that's but it's not a conspiracy because it's actually going on. There's actual evidence. They sold the evidence for $60. Your Honor, this game, all you had to do was play the game and you could unlock it. Now you got specific requirements. You have to do this. Your Honor, I think there's some gatekeeping going on. Oh, and all of a sudden, the slow acceleration. I want slow acceleration. There isn't even a mouth right there. got me something to drink. Hydrated. I had my pancakes. It's got me hit. Something too smooth right there. This. So I never actually tried. I practiced with that controller, but every time I actually set one of my records, I set it with a normal controller. That controller is more sensitive, so I get those fine controls. Normal controllers are like stiff bricks. It all transfers really nice. But see, that's where I can see for sure. That was 100% brake power in first gear, and it took that long to stop. And it's just not slowing down. It's not me. It's not me. It's trying to be dramatic, but I'm being too sensitive for it to be dramatic. I thought it was just understeer. We can go to the pit and fix that. It's all that lean and it ain't leaning, no. I'm gonna use that. All that lean and it ain't leaning, no. It's probably gonna be 50 years from now. On some like crazy track day, whatever. I'm saving this joke for 50 years. It's gonna feel so good. Chicks might love me, they might hate me. It's 50-50, y'all. Anytime I do it, I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't slow down. But it's interesting. It does that when that's turned up right there, because it covers up that you can see the brake pressure, but you can still see the brake pressure right there. And so it's like I can see that I'm still pressing the brakes, and so why would I stop? And then it's like traction and all that becomes an issue. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Like it jumps up for a wheelie, but it still drops down even though I'm still accelerating. It's like if it had actually pulled a wheelie because I was pulling a wheelie, it wouldn't drop back down while I'm accelerating because the torque of the bike would lift the bike up. So the torque of the bike wouldn't go down and keep going up because I'm accelerating. So the bike wouldn't go down. The bike would just flip over. So the bike go down because it wants to be. When the torque picks up the bike, each time I hit the gas after that, it picked the bike up. Oh, you sure about that, buddy? Yeah. It starts to giving it a little bit of gas. And why did it start like, bro, like, and how's this different? What's going on? Like, I know it's like, It told me from third year it can't even stop. But, oh, I mean, I still stopped in decent turn radius. I could have still made that turn just fine. But what I'm saying is like that was max brakes. Like it don't make sense. Also starts to get I've been playing this game for years. That's all I'm like noticing these things. I've been playing this game for years. It's like it feels like that Toy Story scene. I gotta it's time to put it down kind of thing. Yeah, it's like I enjoy this game. But maybe it is time to put it down. It keeps me from I was just being so mad. That was it. Even let him off the brakes. Let it stabilize. Get a little bit of gas, you know. I can't wait. The first thing I'm gonna do is increase the brake power. Ripping the brakes. Because now it's not even making sense. It can't even slow down to make a turn like that. From that distance to this turn, it can't even slow down to be able to actually make that turn. And then just a little bit of gas like that made it spin out like that. Oh my goodness. The exaggeration is insane. It can't even slow down enough to be able to make that little turn. It can't even slow down enough to make this little turn right there. Like, get this bike and move to Alaska. Just keep making passes. Melt the snow, melt the snow, melt the snow, melt the snow. So first gear, we literally downshifted all the way. Slow down. The brake pressure that I used was set for the speed of 200 miles an hour. So as I slow down, the brake pressure is only increasing because it's slowing me down. It's like you're grabbing the momentum and you're catching the momentum with the brake. And as you squeeze the brakes, as you're trying to maintain the momentum, which you just caught. The brakes is the safety net catching the momentum of the bike. Squeeze it until you can feel the momentum being held, and then you release it. It's like, what was that thing? Where they'd have people hold the tarp or whatever, and then somebody would jump onto it, and they try to keep the person from touching the ground beneath. That's what it's like when you press the brakes. It's like all that momentum hits the tarp, and you have to hold the brakes so that the tarp doesn't touch. But like, the momentum doesn't reach the washout point. The ground is the washout point, and the person that's jumping in, that's the momentum of the bike. you holding the brakes, that's everyone that's pulling the tarp to make sure that person doesn't hit the ground after they land on the tarp. Yeah, and that's pretty much what it's like. In other words, like, I know the fuck going on. I can explain it to you 50 different ways. But damn near 100 if I try. They're trying to control me, and I refuse. First, I took the restrictions off the bike, so they put the restrictions on the drive. But yeah, it does make sense. Because after a certain speed, the mental cognition, all that starts to lag. And it's like you're moving too fast for your body's comprehension. And I can see that for some people. And I think that's also why they started trying to slow things down. This game is trying to do it subtly, but in the Solar Crown game, they did it abruptly, and you could actually tell. It's just like, because like I can go back and look at my other videos of playing the Solar Crown game, and you'd notice that I was going way faster in those videos than the game allows you to go now. And I'm starting to think that's what they're doing for this. And that's why you have to retime all the turns and all that, the braking zones and all that, because it's trying to change the game. At this point, I might as well just turn on Unreal Engine and just start playing in that. Yeah, yeah. Rebuild my computer and just start playing it. Fuck around, I'll make my own game. Again. No, boy. It's not open world. It's a great mechanics, great bikes. They just need to make it open world. Keep all the tracks. Just have them in different parts of the open world. Imagine a 5 rounds. How many tracks are there? Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 36, 40 different tracks. Oh yeah. Actually, that would make amazing that they have that. That's also where most of the cash I get comes from. You have all the right things to do. If I get paid for it. This thing is literally, you can do whatever you want with the bike. There's no other machine trying to do shit with the bike, bro. He hasn't texted me back. I finished the counter and all that. So it just has to dry. It literally just needs to dry. Okay, he hasn't said anything else, so I think he notices that too. Alright. I'm gonna play GTA for a tad bit.